Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Camille. Today is 20th of March 2020. Welcome to live number 84. Today we're going to talk about why knowing what do you want, I'm going to tell you about yourself. Listen, it's going to take me like more or less 10 minutes to make this whole thing make sense. But if you don't have 10 minutes, then it's okay. We all know that ignorance is the best way to make progress. So feel free to stop anytime. Listen, today I want to make this whole thing more like an exercise rather than just talk, because it'll require your input. So listen, I'm gonna do a simple thing. I'll ask you to take a piece of paper and a pen, or maybe your phone, whatever you use. We'll need just to put just few thoughts of yours on the paper or on your phone. So go and grab it, pause the video, and I'll wait here if you pause the video. You got it? Alright, listen. The situation looks like this. Most of us, at least those people who I have contact with, we are locked in our homes because of the situation which is going on in the world. And I want you to use this situation to kind of think about ourselves and how we find ourselves, because this whole thing might be kind of interesting to figure out some things about us. So first question I want to ask yourself is what is the thing that you would like to do when this whole thing will kind of end? Because we don't really know, is that going to be a month, 3 or 6, but the world is not going to end, at least not yet. So there are some things that we cannot do right now when we're kind of in a lockdown, but we might want to do when it's all going to end, because in some time this whole social life will start again, and maybe then there's something that you really want to do you cannot do right now. For me, like those 3 things, well, first of all, I would like to make a photo shoots, because I really want to come back to photography just as a hobby, and I will definitely go for that. Second, I'll find a place like a music school to play drums, because I really love that, and just for fun again. And number 3, I definitely would like to take my wife for some stand-ups, because we've been here when Billboard was in Vancouver. That was so awesome, and I hope we will be able to continue that in the months to come. So what are yours? Just don't overthink. Just put 3 things that come to your head that you want to do, and all of this will finish. Pause the video, and then I'll wait. All right. Now, when you've got those 3 answers, I want to ask yourself second question. What is the one thing that you want to accomplish? Something that will take you much longer than just, go for a stand-up, but something that is important to you, and it will have like a long-term or longer-term impact on your life. For me, that will be definitely going to and signing up to a Toastmasters club and going back to public speaking, and then having some gigs to put this content I'm doing over here on the stage, because I want to combine those 2 things I really love doing in my life. So what is yours? Pause the video and come back when you're done. Okay, number 3. Just looking, is anyone here in life? So anyway, third thing, try to ask yourself, if you're in a lockdown, what are the 3 things that you really bummed out that you cannot do right now? What are the 3 things that you kind of you would like to do but you can't? And for me, it's definitely one of the things that we plan to do with my wife is to do sightseeing. We're not going to be able to do that for a few months. Now when the weather is beautiful, we could do this, but we can't because we have to stay home. Second, I'm really bummed out that there's so much fear around. It's like, if you're going to a store, it's like going for a war zone. Everybody's just looked on each other, and it's kind of scary. I don't like this whole thing, and I'm kind of bummed out. And 3, well, one of the things is I'm not going to be able to join the Toastmasters Club or any other social thing that I wanted to do, and I had few new plans I want to kind of open up to and meet new people. I'm not going to be able to do this because of that. So these are my 3 things. What are yours? Pause the video and come back in a minute. Okay, got it? Alright, so now let's go positive again and try to write 3 things that are positive that you see happening right now, and this whole situation, what positive you see. And from me, definitely I'm really enjoying the fact that we're going to spend so much time together with my wife, because we'll have so much time to talk, so much time to do things together, like maybe watch some stand-ups, maybe watch some Netflix or some movies, or we'll be able to just spend much more time together, because last few months were hectic because of how much things were there in our calendars. So that'll be a great thing. Second, we'll be able to go for a walk, because sometimes Kasha, because she's learning nutrition here, there's so much that she was so tired we had no time. Now she's gonna have lessons online. That's gonna be cool, because like 2 hours plus in a day, we'll be able to probably in an evening when there's no one here, go for a walk. Maybe just use this time to just have at least few minutes to just spend time together outside. And three, even if we're gonna spend time alone, basically doing our own thing, having her around is a great feeling. So the three things that are just out of my head, on top of my head, that I really enjoy that is gonna happen. What are yours? Pause the video and come back again. So now I wanted you to do this whole thing, because you can see what are the things that you really want to do, that you strive to, that you miss, that you cannot do right now, and few kind of negative things that you're bummed out that you cannot do right now, or that they're happening right now. And listen, this is like a very rare situation that we kind of forced to be with people that we're close to, or our own, because maybe you're alone. This doesn't happen really often. What I want you to learn is, first of all, what do I want? What do I don't want? And that was the whole exercise done in just a few minutes. But then when you look at those answers, kind of have this helicopter view, kind of see all of them, to put them together, you can see that those three, you can put them in three categories, or yourself in three categories, in context of people that you're spending this time with, or no one, your loneliness, basically. Because if you have some positive things about things that you want to do, like some hobbies, great, we all gonna need them, something that you can do for yourself. But if you see positive things in all of this, about your relationship, about your wife, about your kids, about person that you're with, or something towards them, it says a lot about positivity in your relationship. But what if all your answers are about you, whether they're negative, whether they're positive? Even though you have your wife and your kids in your home, there's completely nothing about them in your answers. That will tell me that you have a lot of happening in your life, but nothing is about them. It's all about you. Maybe you don't have control of your life. Maybe you really don't know what you want. Maybe that's why all you think, whether it's positive or negative, it's about you. So then what does it say about you in context of your relationship or your family? But then maybe you've got positive things about, you want to do this or that, or have some dreams, but then all the negative is about your family. And if you're going to look close enough, probably if that's your situation, you'll see the negative about them. So all your positive will be outside of their scope. You're going to go do whatever you can to not be with them. And that tells a lot about you and your situation with your relationship. And I'm trying to put you in this position kind of consciously, because I want you to understand that what you want and what you don't want tells a lot about you in context of your relationship. And my project is all about you understanding what is the manhood for you, and what does it mean for your family, for your relationship. Because if you have this kind of clearly in front of you, then you can see that you can do something about. And this situation that we are locked with each other, or you are locked with your loneliness, is something that you can use to kind of try to survive and do nothing about it. Try to, somehow manage this whole situation. And that's the situation probably that many psychologists right now say, that even though some countries are having just few days in quarantine, there are tons of arguments and negative things happening in relationship, in families, because many of those people, first time in their life, they have to spend time together. They completely don't know each other. But then, And this is what I want you to push you towards, as I'm forcing you to be a real man, all the time. I want you, my friend, to rethink what can you do to make this a positive thing. We have 2 weeks to be together, or more, we'll see. But this is the time we can use to make changes that are going to be so important that, and probably it's never going to happen again, that you're forced to be together. So now be creative and try to find yourself a way to build your relationship with them. Especially if you've got some relationship that you really care, but let's say it straight. This is a very sad truth, but this is true. Not all of us are going to survive this. Especially if you got your grandpa somewhere, call them, talk to them. Because maybe, and I don't want to be a bad prophet, but if they're gonna, let's say that they're not gonna make it, maybe this is the last time for you to rebuild their relationship, to bury the hatchet, maybe to just tell them how much you love them, because if you're not gonna do it, you're gonna regret it. And now even more young people are getting sick, especially in the United States. That's news from today or yesterday. And then so many young people, like in Florida, they're having a blast. They're having the time of their lives. Many of them will come back, and I don't know how many of them will be sick, but how many of them will bring something to their families. Don't be stupid, but use this whole thing to make the positive change. If you're alone and you know that you want to be with someone, you can use this situation, use this time, and it's obvious for you already. I don't want to be alone. What can you do about it? Maybe there's someone special in your life, but you really did not push yourself to make changes there. Do this. I want you to spend this time to call her, to, just to make this first contact. So many people are sitting at home having nothing to do. Build relationships. Because this situation maybe never happen again, and I hope it won't, at least, why we're stuck together. So use this to your benefit, to the benefit of your family, close ones. Because this is what I want you to take from this video. I'm consciously putting you in a position to understand, to ask yourself what do you want, and to understand what does it mean in you and in relationship to your relationships. And I want you to be able to see this situation that we're all in, to make some positive changes. Because if you won't do them, you'll regret them, especially if someone will not make it. But if you do, you've got to understand that this time may be the time to make changes that will last for a lifetime. So that's why I challenge you, and that's why I dare you to have this creative mindset and to just basically make changes, because they're going to be worth doing right now, especially right now. So think about it, and for the love of God, please do something about it. And listen, if you like this video, great, just comment or DM me. If you didn't, do the same thing. I'm really open to have the conversation, whether you agree with me or that doesn't matter. We can learn a lot about ourselves because we see life from different perspectives. And if there's something that you want me to talk about, something that I can record video and maybe help you with something, I would be glad to do so. So just contact me. And that being said, see you tomorrow.